Hello. We are now on to chapter 4 in Save Me a Seat. And this chapter is called Joe. So as you can see, it changes between the perspectives of different characters. So we're going to see this from, or listen to this from Joe's point of view. I like how it goes back and forth. Joe. It's Monday, so the cafeteria is serving chicken fingers with canned peas and apple slices. I had a big breakfast, and it's only 11:30, but I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. For real. I go through the line as fast as I can. Ethan and Evan and I used to eat at the round table near the milk machines, but things are different now, and I have to lie low. After I pay for my food, I carry my tray over to the other side of the cafeteria, keeping my head down the whole time. So far, so good. There's a long table against the back wall. Nobody ever sits there because it's near the trash cans. 5th grade has the first lunch period, so I figure the smell won't be too bad yet. I sit down, put in my earplugs, and inhale everything in my plate in about 3 seconds. I'm still hungry, but I don't want to take any chances by going back for more. As I'm sucking down the last of my chocolate milk, I notice someone sitting all the way down at the other end of the table. It's that shrimpy new kid from my class, the one with the big glasses and the long name who sits in front of me. He's got this weird-looking lunchbox open in front of him, and he's eating something that looks like scrambled eggs. Robert Princenthal walks by and accidentally bumps my shoulder. At least I think it's an accident. Robert is another Dylan Sam Ream wannabe. The difference between him and Tom Dinkins is that Robert isn't mean when he's on his own. Sorry about that, putty tat. And he says and keeps going. My name is Joe Sylvester. So thanks to Dylan Sam Ream, I'm also known at school as Putty Tat. It was an old cartoon with Sylvester the cat, and they called him Putty Tat. Oh, it says that here. It's on account of that thing that Tweety Bird always says to Sylvester the cat in the old Looney Tunes cartoons. You know, I taught Putty Tat. I wish people would call me Joe. But when Dylan Sam Ream decides he's going to call you something, whether you like it or not, that's what everyone else is going to call you. So at school, I'm known as Putty Tat. Putty, or Pud for short. Oh, poor guy. Giving a person a nickname is a way of saying you like them, my mother said when she found out. Trust me, I told her, Dylan Sam Ream doesn't like me. What's not to like? She asked, kissing the top of my head. She always does stuff like that, which is why we have to have the big talk this morning. Uh-oh. Pretend you don't even know me, I told her. And promise you won't do any of your corny mom stuff. I promise, she said, and then made an X over her heart with her finger. We'll see, I thought. The new kid is busy eating his lunch, and I'm done with mine, so I just sit there for a while watching Dylan Sam Ream. I do that a lot, not because I want to, but because I have to. One time in 2nd grade, when I put my jacket down on the bench on the playground, Dylan filled the pockets with dirt. Oh, he sounds like a bully. Another time he slipped one of those little packets of ketchup in my homework folder and pounded on it with his fist to make it pop. Oh. He's always grabbing the back of my shirt or trying to punch or trip me when no one's looking. His favorite thing of all is to sneak up behind me and make a loud noise because he knows how much that freaks me out. It wasn't until last year that I realized Dylan was a klepto. Let's see what klepto means. His parents are loaded, so he doesn't need the stuff he steals. He just does it for the fun. He'll take anything he can get his hands on, a pencil sharpener, a glove, a retainer case, it doesn't matter. Whatever it is, he shoves it down the front of his pants for safekeeping. Since I never take my eyes off him, I've seen him do it a million times, but I don't ever tell on him because what good would it do? He'd just fast talk his way out of it and find a way to pay me back double. Excuse me. After my mom found the dirt in my pockets, she suspected something might be going on. Moms know. Is that Sam Ream boy bothering you? She asked. No, Mom, I lied. We can talk to Miss Frost about it, she suggested. No, I shouted. Everything's fine. I worry about you, Joey. You never have anyone over to the house. I have lots of friends at school, I told her. Like who? Ethan and Evan. The Burdock twins, she said. Those boys are so wild. She didn't know the half of it. Ethan once stole his father's car keys and drove around the neighborhood in his pajamas. Oh. And even though Evan never got caught, I knew for a fact that he was the bathroom bandit of Einstein, notorious for drawing pictures on the bathroom walls and throwing wet toilet paper balls on the ceiling. Oh, that's awful. Dylan and his buddies are busy yucking it up, so I figure it's a good time for me to go empty my tray. I guess the new kid must have left when I wasn't looking because he and his funny-looking lunchbox are gone now. I pick up my tray and make it as far as the trash cans before my luck runs out. Hey, Pud! Dylan comes over and puts his arm around my shoulder. How's it going? My heart starts pounding and I feel myself go wet under the arms. He's sweaty. Dylan Sam Ream is like one of those crocodiles you see on the Discovery Channel, lurking underwater with just his eyes showing, waiting to grab anything dumb enough to come within his reach. I'm good, I say back, trying to duck out from under his arms. He tightens his grip on my left shoulder and with his other hand pulls the earplug out of my right ear, drops it on the floor and crushes it with his shoe like a bug. Oh. In 2, 3, out 2, 3, he's saying to himself. Listen, Pud, before you go, can I ask you something? He says. I guess so. I look down at my shoes. It feels weird only having one earplug in. Lopsided. Is it my imagination, or does that new lunch monitor look familiar? Dylan puts his mouth so close to my ear it makes me squirm. I don't say anything, just keep my eyes glued to my shoes and breathe in. 1, 2, 3, out 2, 3. I notice one of my shoelaces has come untied. Take a look, Biddy, he says, jerking his head back to shake the hair out of his eyes. Tell me if you recognize her, too. I don't move. Oh, was that question too hard for you, Pud? You need me to talk a little slower. Take a look. Oh, don't you hate people like that? Well, it's not good to hate, but still. Their actions. I don't want to look, but what choice do I have? I lift my head. My mom is standing over near the milk machine. She's wearing a red and white striped apron, and she has a whistle around her neck. When she sees me looking at her, she smiles and blows me a kiss. Oh, that would be so embarrassing. I honestly think I might be having a heart attack. That is exactly what I was afraid would happen. It's the whole reason why we had the big talk. My face feels like it's on fire. Come on, Pud, says Dylan. You don't want to hurt her feelings, do you? Blow her a kiss back. What's going on, Dill? Asked Tom Dinkins. He and Robert and this weird kid, Jax, have come over to empty their trays. Pud is about to blow a kiss to his mommy, the lunch monitor. And then she's going to change his diaper. What the heck, says Jack. No kidding. Puddy, is that really your mom? Asked Robert. The bell rings, making me jump. Suddenly, everybody starts rushing around, cleaning up and getting ready to go back to class. Dylan grins and winks at me, then lets go of my shoulder and walks away. He's done for me for now, but I'm not stupid enough to think it's over. My knees are shaking, but I manage to dump my tray and get out of there as fast as I can. The rest of the afternoon is a total waste of time. Mr. Beam calls on me twice, even though my hand isn't up. Oh, Mrs. Beam. It's only the first day of school in 5th grade. It was already awful. I feel so bad for him. You know, I read this book before, but it's fun to go back to books and reread it and remember the parts of it that you forgot. I forgot how mean this kid is. Poor Joe. Let's see how he handles Dylan Sam Ream. And the next chapter will be about Ravi, so we'll see his point of view again. So until next time.